What's up? I'm Be Real, and the Dr. Greenthumb Show starts now.
Coming live direct from Los Angeles, California. It's the Dr. Greenthumb Show.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. I'm Be Real, a.k.a. Dr. Greenthumb, here with DJ Nelz and E-Zone. It's been a minute, guys. And to let y'all know who are watching, we've been doing new content, filming new smoke boxes and just new pieces.
Some
and
of you guys have even been here too lately. We've
Yeah.
done live events, which if you've been an OG fan, you know you've stayed in tune. We may have not been here, but
Yeah.
you guys probably have.
We've been around, but we've been busy. We redid some things here at the studio, and we filmed a bunch of new smoke boxes and a gang of shit.
This looks like IKEA now.
Yes, it's awesome.
It does, man.
It's awesome. We can get high more efficiently now. Speaking of which, I'm gonna light this up. How you guys doing, man?
I feel great, man.
You enjoy your time off, even though it wasn't really time off?
No, because we were still here. But there was a lot. I felt like it was just a long period of behind the scenes. I did, man. I turned 30. I fell asleep in the smoke box that's out now. And
Yes, you did fall asleep in the smoke box. I caught that in my DM from a few people. Like, is that guy even a fucking live back there?
I mean, look, man. It's not even like I'll tell you guys why though, man. Like, it was just one of those nights, man. Like, I had not got to sleep the night before that, right?
Right.
And then, I left here and, I didn't get that much sleep. When I woke up, it was like I was already running late, so I did my regular cardio. But the night before that, I had some girl come over late after like 1.
Right.
And then when you have a girl come over at 1, she's not leaving till like 4:45 or something.
Likely
so it's
story.
Like, you know what I mean? And then, wait, what did you say?
Likely story.
Yeah.
All right.
And then she leaves. And then, I'm running late here. I got to do what I got to do. And then I'm thinking, I was like, all right, cool. Maybe it's going to be on this day, so I take it easy here at BREALTV. No, I fucking walk in here. BREAL has like 19 fucking joints of some fucking sea junkies, like bomb-ass weed. I'm dehydrated, lack of sleep. And he's like, oh, there's a smoke box going on. But for the meanwhile, we got to fucking smoke these, papa. And fucking, we fucking smoke like 12 of them. Then fucking Kevin Smith shows up. And then he brings this Jay and Silent Bob pre-rolls or whatever, and we start smoking those which have hash in them. So that's like a big before the smoke box. And once we go in there, this guy decides to fucking say every time we're trying to end it, oh, I thought this was the smoke box. Let's fucking go ahead and keep it going in here. And I fucking fell asleep, bro. I was fucking tired, man. Like anybody would, man. What the fuck?
Nels.
That was cute. But that is not the first time that you have fallen asleep inside the smoke box.
I want proof, bro.
I love you like my bro, but that's not the first time. And we have so much training here that you should never fall asleep in a smoke box. You have been trained by the best in the world. But
to be fair, I smoke a lot more than most of the fools here.
If he had a theme song that day, it would have been the Beatles' "Hard Day's Night." He came in here. Came in here like a fucking zombie, bro. But yeah, I mean, Kevin Smith, and salute to Kevin Smith, because if you haven't seen that smoke box, it's out. Came out yesterday. My man could smoke, and we didn't know that he could smoke like that. We assumed he was going to want to stop at 15 minutes like most rookie smokers do, but my man proved to be not a rookie smoker.
I don't remember if he was or not, but was he smoking Insane OG the whole time?
Well, no, he was smoking his pre-rolls, which were Caviar Gold, which is, weed with a bunch of goddamn concentrates.
Let me tell you this, though. There's a difference.
There's a big difference. But my man got some lungs and he got some smoking abilities, and we want to shout him out. Make sure you check out that smoke box. It's available now at BREAL.TV or BREAL.TV YouTube.
He's got the world record.
He's got the world record for an hour and 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But next week, we got my man, legendary Ricky Williams.
Yes.
I was awake during that one.
Yeah, so that one's coming. We'll talk about that one another time. Let's get to this right here because, are you okay over there?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, get it together, Papa. Anyway, so if we're going to start this show off, we got to start it right? So, we got our top 3 Instagram of the week posts coming up a little bit later with C- and stuff like that. And we got some other shit in the show. But right now we want to talk about some crazy shit that, happened today. A woman stripped down to nothing in the Miami airport because of traveler frustration. Let's see what traveler frustration looks like. I mean, because I've been pissed off at many airports, but I've never been compelled
I wouldn't mind.
to strip down as a protest. Because, I mean, who's really getting mad at that? You know what I'm saying? Who would really? I mean, if you're an employee, Nelz, working there, are you mad at this protest right here?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and take my 15-minute break right when I see her. I'm just gonna just watch.
Just record it.
Take it like an art show.
Yeah, just watch what's going on.
I mean, so like I
Is
get.
that her on top of the cop car?
Yeah.
How is?
She was sitting on top of the cop car protesting.
So what exactly was she protesting? Because
I'm unclear.
Because I'm starting to sway with the idea that she was just doing this for attention on social media and to go viral.
When does a protest turn to I just want to go viral? And I think it was right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right at that point.
Because she's not holding any signs. I don't hear her saying anything.
This isn't a regular protest.
Yeah, she's just like trying to go viral. But you know what? She made it happen because she did.
Mental illness.
I mean, I would imagine that most dudes would not get frustrated, would not be mad if chicks got frustrated and did that in the airport.
Yeah, like if every time I was gonna fight with like a girl or something like that and argue and she just got naked, I'd be like, you know what? I don't even know what we fighting.
I'm sure she got arrested too. What's that?
Does that make
indecent exposure?
Yeah, that's indecent exposure.
Yeah.
Does it make you want to travel right now, Doc?
I actually like going to the airport, bro.
Go on a trip, Doc. All right, so this next one right here, this one's, as an artist, it's kind of fucked up to, for this to happen to you. But at the same time, as an artist, when this happens to you, it's because, you borrowed from another artist and didn't get
Borrowed is
permission.
Borrowed is a very
nice way of putting it.
nice way of putting it.
I mean, I don't want to trash old girl, you know what I'm saying? But Ariana Grande, if you're talking Telemundo style, bro, she's getting sued for her songs 7 Rings because, some dude who, it was actually a cannabis song that this dude wrote, had the similar chorus, and his song was first, and he alleges that old Ariana stole the concept of the song and made a hit with it and didn't give him nothing.
Good for him. I hope he gets every red cent that's owed to him because, this is not the first time she's done it either. There's been a couple times where she's stripped. She was alleged to take one of Soulja Boy's songs and not pay him either.
I think it depends on the artist, right? So like some artists would take it as a compliment and not say shit. Like for instance, Pedro's boy Kodak. You know how Cardi B, used his style on her joint and then blew the fuck up with it. Didn't use any of his words or anything like that, but like the style, the cadence.
I feel you.
And he supported. He was like, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Let's do a song. But other motherfuckers be getting uptight about it, like, yo, that's copyright infringement. I want my money or cease and desist, whatever. But, homeboy's going at her.
I mean, but it depends. It's like if I told you, let me borrow the Dr. Greenthumb song, B-Roll. You know, I wouldn't.
If I gave you permission, it would not be a thing. But if I didn't give you permission,
You know what
it could potentially be a legal fucking issue for you.
Yeah, and if I rapped, I mean, me personally, like, I would sue Ariana Grande if she took some of my shit. But, like, if somebody like Raekwon or somebody like Be Real, somebody that I love and admire and their music, then I would be like, cool, that's fucking awesome.
But-
no worries.
But you know, it could there could be an argument to say, hey, listen, if you let Ariana do your song, right, you could get potentially more fucking eyeballs and ears on you. You know what I mean? Because she did your song, and because that happens too. You know, it's like when rappers or hip hop groups or producers sample old school shit. Sometimes people go back and buy the old school shit because they're trying to learn about it. Or you're introducing a motherfucker to a new audience that just might feel what you were doing. Like, because most of the time when people are major fans of someone like her, they want to do the research on who influenced her and why she did this like this. If she explained it like, oh yeah, it was because I was influenced by such and such. They usually go do the homework on it, like the fanatics, and you might win some over.
Absolutely,
But that's not always the case, especially because she didn't fucking shout this guy out, and she wasn't saying that he influenced her. It was just like she probably thought. I'm just assuming here that he's
He's nobody. I'm gonna just rip his song.
Nobody's gonna say shit. And guess what? Somebody said shit. He did.
It was a cannabis song before.
Yes. Moving on. I know some of y'all don't give two shits about sports, but it was a big story today for Los Angeles fans. The Dodger fans are pissed off because they've heard the news that the Astros were cheating. They were sign stealing. And they supposedly came up with some elaborate fucking scheme to alert their players when any of the pitching staff was fucking doing certain pitches to certain batters. Supposedly they had shit in their uniforms that would alert them of the signal of what that pitcher was pitching.
They were like decoding the catcher's pitching signs. And then once they decoded them, they would use like hand gestures and video, and they were like stealing the signs. So basically, they would know what the pitcher was about to throw. Remember that Game 7?
And they even said the bullpen would make a certain sound that was like to indicate what pitch was coming. Like they would bang on something once or twice or whatever it was, so that their fucking batter over there knew what our guys were pitching at them.
And do you remember the Game 7, the Dodgers Astros, where we got destroyed? It was like 10-0 by the third, fourth inning. That's because they were stealing signs.
Yeah. And
so they fired their head coach and they fired their general manager. Also, the Boston Red Sox got caught doing it.
Well, no. What? Yeah. Okay, so that's where the noise from the pitching staff came from Boston, because the dude who was managing or coaching fucking the Astros had moved on to Boston. Boston played L.A., and he used the same method. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but, the Major League Baseball isn't doing shit about it. They're acting like nothing's, happened. They're not the one guy got fired. The guy who came up with the plan, he got fired. But beyond that.
Do you think that this is the first time this has been done?
No.
I think
it's just these assholes. These assholes got caught.
I think teams like the Yankees probably have been doing it for years.
Yeah. Well,
baseball's been a joke though, like the steroids, the corked bats.
Oh yeah, like
videos, sign stealing, steroids. I mean, it's just
you could totally cheat.
It's the worst sport to bet on.
I mean, there's lip reading going on. There's sign fucking reading, all that shit. To decode all those things, man. They're trying to get an edge.
Gonna fucking choke at the fucking playoffs. They've done it the last 3 times, anyways.
Well, no, the last 2 times were in a World Series game.
I have a question.
That wasn't the playoffs. That was like the World Series, and that's where they got cheated. Those 2 World Series appearances.
Do you feel like they should get there, because everyone wants them to get their championships stripped? Boston and Astros.
They should get their championship stripped. No one should have that title. The Dodgers shouldn't get it because they didn't win. They didn't actually earn it. But neither of those teams should get it. And that's our opinion right here.
Takes
Fuck
the
off.
diamonds off the rings.
All right, so moving on. This one will interest both of you guys right here. Sheriff Lee Baca is going off to jail.
Why,
The former head sheriff was lying to the feds and interfering on investigations into the jail system. There was a probe into the jail system and the corruption and the brutality and all this stuff going on, and he lied to the feds about it. He going to jail for 3 years.
3 years. He ain't gonna last. Look at him.
Well, the thing is he's going to a federal jail, so he's not going to a state prison. In a state prison, my man right there, he would have to be PC'd up because he was a sheriff. He put like fucking, a good 75% of those people
They go to celebrity
in there.
man.
Some of them deservingly.
True.
Some of them maybe not so much, but either way, that guy put him in there. So if he went to a state prison, I believe, he would have problems even in protective custody. But guess what? He's going to a federal prison, my man, because he lied to the feds.
So this is
You know what I'm saying?
so pretty much. I mean, I don't seem like this is justice for the whole thing. If he was pretty much caught for lying to him, saying like, nah, everything's good over here, and like the feds were like, all right, for sure, we're taking your word on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
they had to slap him. They had to slap his hands. He don't want to go to jail. He's been appealing this for a long time,
Like
just for 3 years.
they're still not. Yeah, but I was like, they're still not fixing anything about the system,
well,
which is the
'cause-
whole thing he blocked off.
Well, you got to think, man. He knows a lot. So they fucking probably gave him this 3 years so that he doesn't go opening his mouth about the shit he really knows.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on it. That's the sheriff. The sheriff knows all the fuckery. Guess why? Because he's a fucking state. He's state. He works for the state. Know what I'm saying? He don't work for the county, the city. He works for the fucking state. Right? And he was the lead sheriff. He was the fucking shot calling sheriff. He was the sheriff of sheriffs.
Yeah, he knows who killed Tupac.
You know what I'm saying? He knows many things that have been covered up by a lot of the law enforcement and the city. That's why he's only getting 3 years for lying to the feds. That, someone else probably gets 10, 15 years for that.
He knows OJ did it.
And you know what? It's like, I know there's good cops out there. Salute to all the good cops. But, like, the infrastructure of the system of law enforcement is fucked up.
Well, listen, Lee Baca, enjoy your stay at Club Fed. I'm sure you'll be nice and comfortable, with good food. All right. All right, like, I don't know if I should do this one because I know neither of you probably even fucking watched this, but
What?
Mandalorian.
I told you, be real. Like you guys, you actually seemed like you got pissed off when I told you the thing about the whole. Were you there, Nelz? When I asked
yeah,
you,
that was ridiculous.
It was fucking. It wasn't ridiculous.
That
That
was
was what you.
fucking
All right,
ridiculous,
Nelz,
bro.
if you can adopt a baby Yoda as a pet, like, would you do it?
Oh my God.
I would. This shit would be tight if it could be a pet.
I guess, yeah. I mean, if he had those special powers.
Yeah, right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're buying into it, dog.
If I could, I might. If he had the special powers.
But
like,
see,
if he could lift shit for me and fucking
the thing is,
heal me and shit.
but the thing is, the Yoda species or whatever, because he's not Yoda, but he's the same species as Yoda, right? He's gonna be able to walk and talk just like you.
but that's in
He
a long
doesn't
time.
stay not communicating. He cannot be a pet.
That's true.
And he's got the force ability. He could just fucking wipe you out and disintegrate you if he doesn't like the way you're fucking treating him as his owner.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Are you crazy?
I treat my dog pretty good. I'm just
Oh
saying,
my
like,
God.
Hey, but The Mandalorian, I have watched all the episodes. That shit is
Yes,
amazing.
It is good. It is good. I thought it was pretty good because it's a whole different story,
Yeah.
but it's like that shit.
And I watched Empire Strikes Back the other day,
Uh-huh.
Star Wars, and they have him in it. That I
No, that's a different one.
It's a different guy, but he's a bounty hunter.
He's a Mandalorian.
Yeah, and it just tripped me out. It's beautiful how they fucking spun that off and made the Mandalorian series. Like, it's great.
What were you gonna say?
I was like, they have Baby Yodas. You can get them at Build-A-Bear.
Oh my God!
I saw it at the
stick.
mall.
Oh, why don't you get yourself
I
a
didn't
little
get
Baby
one.
Yoda?
The fuck, dude? I'm 30
Build-A-Bear.
years old. I'm not gonna walk in there like unless
You're
I'm going
talking
in there with a
about
chick.
how cool would it be to have it as a
It's
pet?
not gonna walk around and move. Like I don't have the Indian in the cupboard shit. Like where I can bring him to life.
Who do you? All right, cool. Yeah, okay. So, but the Mandalorian, they're like a fucking tribe of assassins.
Yeah.
So he's one of those guys, not necessarily that guy.
That one.
They're hitmen.
Because he died in the Empire Strikes Back.
They're bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Word up. But I think the series is pretty dope. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do next season because they had Gina Carano in this season. I don't know if you know who that is, but that was like the fucking chick.
The tough chick.
Before everybody was talking about Cyborg. I mean, they were talking about Cyborg, Chris Cyborg. It was Gina Carano in women's MMA.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Who was hard to beat before Ronda Rousey, all that stuff. That she was like the chick to beat.
Actually prettier than Cyborg.
Well, yeah, she gave up at UFC to do the acting and the modeling. She was even in, I think, she was in one of the Fast and Furious movies. She's been in a few things. Anyway, she's in this
Put up a pic of her,
Mandalorian.
Raz, dude.
No, she killed it.
Perving out while we're trying to be professional.
She killed it in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, she did kill it in the Mandalorian. So
Yeah.
we'll see where it fucking goes.
Yeah, they just announced that they're coming out with the season 2 sometime in March or March, April, something like that. So.
That little dude would crush you, E-Zone. The minute you say something fucked up, you just go and fucking out of here.
I wouldn't treat him fucked up, dude. He'd be right here at work kicking it.
What if he just had a bad day and he says, fuck you?
That he'd be pretty evil to do that.
Because remember, he's not a pet.
But I'm not gonna fucking pet him and shit and take him on walks. Like I'm gonna treat him like a human.
So you basically want a companion.
But he's
You're
not.
lonely, huh? You
Like
need a
roommate,
companion.
Like
a
your little
roommate,
son.
kind of, I guess.
A companion.
But like he's kind of like a pet because it's not human, you know.
He wishes he had a Ted.
Oh, that would be
like
the
that
shit,
movie
dude.
Ted.
That would be ideal.
E-Zone's Fantasy World. We got to make a cartoon. All right. Delta Airlines fucked up massively just recently.
Fucked up, how
They
bad?
fucking popped off some jet fuel. And I don't mean the kind we used to smoke here, because that would be okay. If Delta Airlines were dropping bags of jet fuel flour from the sky, no one would be fucking complaining. But guess what? They weren't dropping that. They were fucking popping off fuel. Like
oh man, this is bad.
over 3 or 4, maybe 5 cities before they went into land. There wasn't even a explanation for it. There was kids in school. They fucking got fucking showered with it. They had to fucking go get, treated for all that shit. And the city of Cudahy is talking about suing
Yeah, they should.
fucking Delta Airlines. And I think they should too, Nelz.
So that was the rain last night, huh?
Because they got shitty service to begin with to be fucking dumping.
And they dump. What's the shit they do that we always talk about? Chemtrails.
Chemtrails.
This is like when chemtrails goes wrong. They got caught.
Well, no. I mean, that's a whole different chemtrail.
Can
These
you
guys
imagine-
were actually just dumping fucking fuel,
That's fucked up though, because can you imagine like somebody like C- out there smoking a cigarette and that shit fucking light, like if a little drop falls on the fucking cigarette, he fucking would light up.
I mean, if it was burnt fuel, there wouldn't even be a thing. But that's like fucking fuel that they're fucking dumping. It's not burning. It's like fucking out of the shit.
That's crazy.
And they haven't really, explained it yet. But Delta's going to go through some things right here because, I don't think the city of Cudahy is going to be the only city that ends up suing Delta for that shit. right
56 children affected by lung and skin irritation.
there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
They had to go get treated for that shit. Some of the teachers, too. They,
Wow.
they were sick behind that. I mean, think about it. You're fucking chilling, running around in the playground, like as a kid, and all of a sudden, out of the sky, fuel just rains down on you. Imagine the smell of that.
And then sometimes when kids are like, it starts raining, they'll start like opening their mouths.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like start like drinking the water and shit, like just to fuck around.
That
Like-
E-Zone did that all day.
Fuck no, dude. I tried that once, right? And my mom saw me doing it.
And she
got
slapped the
so
shit out of
fucking
you, huh?
pissed, dude.
A
I
cachetadas.
didn't understand like why, because I was a kid, but like, fuck, holy shit. If I had a fucking Yoda and I saw him doing that.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, look, man, we got more show for you after this, all right? We're going to come back with the top 3 Instagram posts of the week. But before we do that, watch this.
I had in the car a couple half-smoked roaches and, you know, a couple joints that once I got to where I was going to take care of me for the next 2 days.
Right.
So I'm driving, and I never think about it because I just look the way I do all the time. And I've been doing my job for like 25 years, and there's been a more of a gradual kind of, oh, you're him. And in the last 10 years, there's been way more stuff for big, oh, you're him. And I've worn pretty much the same outfit for a while. So now that people can make me, even in a car, I drive around like people like doing that kind of shit. Like,
Right.
oh, shit. It's nice. It's not nice if you want to get away with things. So I'm driving, got my hat on and shit, and a truck like pulls next to me like an SUV. Is jockeying next to me, and they got smoked out windows and stuff. And so I'm like, this is weird. Like, you know, it didn't look like somebody was using a livery service or taking a limo or something like that. Especially because they were keeping pace with me. And so I got not paranoid, but I'm like, I do have weed in the car, and this is not exactly a weed-friendly state. So I move over a lane. This car moves over as well. And as it moves over, I glance, and I catch a shaft of light that must go through the moonroof or whatever fuck, and it hits the back seat, and in the back seat I see something looks unnatural, a cage.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, well that's, and I'm unfamiliar with the concept of a sniffer dog in a car,
Oh yeah.
but I saw something that didn't read right where I'm like, that looks fucked up. And I didn't think police, but I was just like, I'm gonna get away from this. Honestly, I thought like, this is one of them cars where they knock you over the head and pull you inside, and then Buffalo Bill throws you down a fucking well, and he's like, it puts the lotion on the skin. So I pull over, like, because there's a rest stop area that's like right ahead, but it's maybe a little too close, but like, I'm like, fuck it. So I turn on my blinker and quick turn the right. Instantly, this vehicle is on me, and lights come on and pulls me the fuck over. So I pull this side, real nervous. Guy comes up to the car, unmarked unit, police officer, but not wearing like the blues. Just dressed like a normal guy, but had the badge out and shit.
Yeah.
So he said, how you doing today? I said, fantastic, how are you? And he's like, great. He's going, you moved a little fast from one lane into the other. Not much signal. And I was like, okay, my bad. I was like, I'm sorry. And he goes, how much weed have you smoked today, Mr. Smith? And I didn't give him my license. So
You just knew.
Totally. So
Come on, Pedro, eat the chip. You said you'd eat the chip, bro. Come on.
Can't you set up the backdrop?
Just don't touch your face after you touch that thing. Don't do it. You should put a glove on.
Have one of those right
Of course he does. Of course, Raz.
It's like it's meant
these
to
guys
be.
well.
Let's
Get over here,
You gotta be
Razoo.
right here to eat, Raz, dude.
You just take one bite out of it and fucking.
No, you gotta take the whole thing.
Hell no.
Don't get jumped while burning, man. Eat the whole fucking thing.
That'll make it worse. You don't want no water.
Show you how this shit is done. What we got here is this Paki one chip challenge. And inside of it we have one deadly chip. And there it is. Oh shit, it's okay. So I'm gonna eat this. Looks like the whole pit. If anybody wants some of that, you can have some later, but
Oh no.
tongue is black,
Nothing.
Where's it at?
Oh.
Skinny Pablo fucking doesn't feel it, so.
Wow.
I guess, I don't know. What is he supposed to say? I mean, go for it.
Well, you didn't.
Tastes gross.
Yeah, I mean, it's alright.
It feels like weight.
Wait, why are you drinking water, dog?
I mean, it does have a spice to it, but
A spice.
everybody else was dying from this shit.
It is pretty spicy though.
I wonder.
Bring him a spice.
He's lying right now. He's lying.
He's totally lying. But he ain't sweating.
I probably ate the one with all this shit on it.
Look at how. Look, Pedro got damn, dude. Holy shit!
Like when I bit it, when I bit it, I felt all this like the all the fucking.
You're red, dude.
I just feel high.
Pedro got burned.
Now it's hitting you.
I think I ate the part with the most of it.
That's why I think he's lying too, because like Pedro reacted like that.
Oh.
I don't know.
He's gonna have fissures after his next
Some ice cream would be good.
Oh,
Okay. It is. I ate the one with the most fucking.
Pedro said I ate the one with the most peppers.
Yeah.
look at this.
Hey, all the heat was in the corners.
How do you feel, Raz, dude?
Warm.
How do I feel?
Yeah.
Feel spicy.
It is now time for the BREALTV top 3 IG posts of the week.
Yeah.
Where we highlight 3 IG posts that we thought was popping.
In the IG universe.
In the IG universe. It's been a minute. Been a while for a minute. I've been away for a while. But here we go. It's 2020. And we're about to pop it off into the new. This first one. Now, as IG tradition states, somebody's got to be doing always some off the wall shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stuff that average people wouldn't even fucking think about doing. With this shit right here, I would definitely not do.
Not even if they paid you.
How much money?
They would have to pay me a whole lot of fucking money.
Like have a price for this.
400 racks.
They would no.
So you have a price. You have a price
way
for
above
this.
that. I would have to retire.
You heard it,
off
people.
of the money they paid
20
me.
million.
People in Dubai. You heard Be Real. I know somebody out there could afford it.
Would you do this for 20 million?
It would have to be retirement money, so that
20
like
million?
if I wanted if shows came up, they would just be for fun, and it's a drop in the well. That's how much money you would have to pay
20
me.
mil, 30 mil.
All right. Yes. Okay. So this was called To the Top of the Pole. Originally posted by, or maybe posted by, Nameless Genetics.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Okay. First of all, fuck that.
First of all, where's the fucking harness? First of all, second of all, it's a chick.
Fuck.
Third of all,
You could probably see up her skirt.
yeah,
maybe.
you would definitely have to
Oh, what
pay
is she
me.
do? Oh, no, I'm good.
Fuck that, dude.
Nope.
She's just standing up there.
Oh, she's like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
there's
hang out.
no
Hey,
fucking way, and she's kicking it on one fucking
see you at the top,
like
baby.
one leg hanging off the side. Nah,
Is that-
you know my balls are tingling just watching that, and it's
Hey.
not because of the chick. It's because of what the fuck
Woo,
she's
no,
climbing.
man,
Look at that shit.
Is that a new Mile High club?
Nah,
Fucking sex with her must be crazy, man.
nah,
Is
man.
that like a Mile High?
That's not something I'm doing.
If this is how she gets off of adrenaline,
I mean, yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude. Like this is beyond. I
First
mean,
of all, you better be an acrobat with the hell of a grip if you're gonna try to fuck up there. Are you crazy?
I'm good. good.
You're tripping.
She probably would be down though.
Oh no, hell no. I mean, she's got balls of steel. She got for not having any balls. She's got balls of steel. Cause, I mean, that's some shit.
Maybe she.
I mean, look how narrow that shit is.
She identifies as a bird.
She fucking like Batman. Nah, see, there's no way I'm doing that. You know what? Come to think about it, you couldn't even pay me to do that shit.
How are they filming her?
It's on probably a drone or some shit, crane, something like that.
Man,
Could they pay you?
First
They
of
pay
all,
you to do it?
I don't do heights very well, so
Right.
no. This is just out of the question.
Salute to whoever that chick is for having the kind
Yeah.
of balls to go up
man.
at that type of height. That's really elevating, dog. That's elevating. Give me my lighter, fucker. Don't be trying to hold on to it. All right. That's number 3. How about what you got, C minus?
Man, so I think next we got someone that just takes a super duper duper bad hit.
A super duper bad hit. Like what kind of hit though? Oh.
I'm saying I think
I
this
see what
might
you're saying.
be one of the stalest inhalations.
Okay, so let's just set it up.
All right, let's
All
just
right.
go ahead. Now
Let's
this is
this is
so them dabber underscore 420.
Southern Dabber.
Southern dabber.
Oh, he's been here.
And yeah, this guy's known for, taking huge hits of shit. And we've
my
had him
God,
in the
look at-
smoke
oh my
box,
God,
but
okay.
yeah, this is one of the things we talked about in the
Oh,
smoke box.
okay. I remember
That
this guy.
stale ass hit right there,
He
bro.
left his jacket.
That's death.
That's nah.
He should
my
get a
God.
medal for fucking powering that ugly shit down. Look at that.
Look at oh my god, but look
And
at
he's
this.
circular breathing though, like he's not keeping it in
Wow.
too long, which is good. But I would not even do that.
Ooh,
You gotta have some fucking
that's lungs of steel right there.
lungs of steel for that shit. I mean, look at how wide that cylinder is. I mean, the fucking diameter of that the bong right there. Jesus Christ.
Southern dabber, yeah.
Now look, let me tell you something. Excalibur, the Cypress Hill bong,
Yeah.
is much bigger than that, and the diameter of the neck of the fucking bong is not that far off from this one right here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
And
but it hits way more smooth.
Yeah, it kind of hits
This
smooth,
is just
but
you can
it's
see.
just
You can just see.
This shit has like 1,000 perks at the bottom.
You can just see the yellowness.
you could die 1,000 deaths. Hit that fucking bong, dude. That shit'll chop your face off. I mean, he's admittedly said that that bong put him to sleep. And that's like taking a big ass glob right there.
Jeez.
Like I think the high from that bullshit right there is the equivalent of taking a glob. I mean, look at that. He even held the smoke in there, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. That smoke is so stale by that time. Nah, man, we ain't doing that shit right there, bro. No fucking way.
Nah, good all the
Nah,
way.
you couldn't pay me to do that one neither.
Not one bit.
Oh,
Let's
come
talk
on,
about
man.
things.
Nah, man,
Let's talk about things you can't pay me to do.
They can pay you to do that shit. Be real.
Not that, no.
Aw, man.
That smoke was held there for at least fucking 15 seconds. You're
Doc,
crazy.
look at the yellowness. You see that smoke?
You would do it?
For a check?
You would do it?
For a check, yes,
you would
I
do
would.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, someone bring that big ass zong back, and I'll give you $100 right now.
Yeah, I'll clear that shit up.
For
You know why? Because
$100.
I've hit that shit up there numerous times.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't hit it in a long time, Papa. That shit is like math.
Well, we're gonna bring
Okay,
it
we're gonna find. You know what? We'll film it. We're not gonna do it right now. We're gonna film this. All right, just because his lungs are big right now. All right,
Got big lungs.
fucking Southern Dabber.
Southern dabber 420. What up, man?
All right, what you got over there, Papa?
All right, I got the last but not least, Pedro's pick of like usually some like hot ass bitch doing something, and girls like to twerk everywhere.
Right.
This girl right here happens to be twerking on a ledge.
On a ledge?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I guess you didn't know the ledge.
That didn't look like a ledge right there.
Guess you didn't know
Oh.
the ledge.
She might be on a ledge. Oh, she's on a balcony. That ain't a ledge. But how the balcony looks good.
Looks solid.
Every time I see these videos, I wonder, like, what's it like being a neighbor in that balcony, you know? Like, hey, bitch doing videos all the time.
He's like, Ezo wants to fucking get a rope and climb up to that balcony.
I mean, if you're on the other side and you're seeing this girl do this and you're her neighbor and you're like, you know what? Worst you can say is no.
Right.
You know, it's like,
I guess so.
shoot your shot.
Fair enough, yeah. And leave it to Pedro, right? Leave it to Pedro to come up with a balcony twerk. That's see that. That's hilarious. Thank you, Pedro.
Beautiful.
And that was your top 3 IG posts of the week.
Yes.
According to BREALTV. Thank you very much. Catch more of the show right after this.
No, I mean, let me, push the compliments back on you. I mean, I think of as a musician, what you guys did. What was it like to be so different? You guys were unique. There's no one that was out there doing what you guys were doing.
We were just trying to like be us, and because we knew people in the business where if you didn't know who you were, right? If you didn't have a grasp on who you were and what you were trying to say, the record companies would try to mold you into what they thought you should be, what they could market, what they could sell, what would work, right? Based off of the talent you have, right? And we never wanted to be in a box. We never wanted anyone to, make those decisions for us. We just always made sure that we're representing us, ourselves, our experiences, and our experiences with our friends that have come and gone, past and, present, whatever, and just being ourselves. And fortunately, that resonated with people because, I think people saw themselves in us.
Yeah.
And then, we started not just celebrating cannabis, but trying to educate people with it, So.
And did you guys get a lot of pushback?
Yeah. Radio stations, some of them wouldn't play our shit because of it, but eventually they came around to it because, what a lot of people lost sight of for a minute in the beginning and in the middle of our run as Cypress Hill is they forgot we were a music group.
Yeah.
And they fucking tagged us as a pothead group or a cannabis group.
I feel the same thing happened to me. People forgot that I was a football player.
Exactly.
Especially the way I played football. People forget. And,
yeah,
and
you were a beast.
And I get labeled as a...
But see, that's what I'm saying. There lies where the beginning of the stigma has been wiped away. Because you had guys like yourself who were smoking and fucking doing what you're doing on a high level. You had guys like fucking Michael Phelps winning fucking gold medals, like straight up stoners, like functioning at what they do best at the highest level, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Showing that those stigmas are all wrong, like the lazy stoner, the non-productive, the non-functional, outcast of society shit. Nah, they got it all wrong.
Yeah.
And it was us just trying to prove everybody wrong on that end too. Just being ourselves and saying, you know what, fuck you, you're wrong about stoners.
Yeah. It's like the reverse of the role model thing.
Right.
Yo, this is A.O. Sammy from We Don't Smoke the Same Show and See Me on High and Hungry. And today we bring you What's in My Bag. I went to the Greenthumb's grand opening not too long ago, got some flavors in. Always got to stay with those Uncle jars of a little bit of insane left in there. Something else I got it here, I'm a dab head, so I always had to get some 710 Labs. You can get that at the Greenthumb store. It comes in cool little packaging. Always got to shout out E-Zone, always got to get his, this and that at the shop, but I just got this from E-Zone. I got this funky peel tip tray, with all the new drops that just dropped this year. The tips. course, you know. Another person, you know, like gave me some meds too. That's Silent Rabbit. That shit's fire. Can't wait to try that. Then, you know, some people gave us some other flavors. Exotic 710. They gave us some melon mints. I got some GMO from the doctor. With the funky filter, I had to get my Santa Cruz PMO shredder. I got the new drop, you guys, you know, the new drop of the Puff Penny Mount E-Zone collab. One of the first ones to get it. You guys go get it at any Greenthumb store. And that sums it up for what's in my bag this time.
Oh, yeah. It's the Dr. Greenthumb Show, BREALTV, Dash Radio. What's poppin'? And we got our special guest up in here, Crime Apple. What's crackin', dog? Good to have you on the show. Word up, man. You know, good to have you on the show. I know you're working with the brother,
yes,
you know,
sir.
the homie.
Yes, sir.
The incredible DJ Muggs, Soul Assassinator. How's that project been coming?
Oh man, this is basically done. You know, we did that in Colombia, and now we're just, you know, doing the icing on the cake. But special to me, probably the pinnacle of my short time in the game. Very proud of it, you know what I'm saying? And he's pushing me. No one makes me write like him because he just keeps cranking them out.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's
Right.
He's a fucking machine.
Mm-hmm.
You got like a plethora of dope beats to write to. You know, just trying to keep up.
Yep.
It's crazy. So I can relate to that. And you know, I had just left there when you guys got there. So that was the starting of the project when you guys got over there.
Yeah, basically, like we linked up here, and it was just kind of a couple ideas, and then we got into the meat and potatoes over there.
What made you do it over there?
It's funny, like I was going regardless. I was coming here to check him, and I was gonna go to Colombia after anyway. And I had a thought. I was like, man, maybe I'll invite him, see if he wants to come. Not on no work shit, just because.
Yeah.
And then when we got on the phone, before I could say it, he asked me like, hey, you got any family out there? And I'm like, I already know what you're thinking. And that was it. Boom. You know what I mean?
And it just happened.
Uh-huh.
How long did it take y'all to knock that down?
I mean, shit, like a week. About a week.
That's tight.
That's crazy.
You can work quick, man. These days, is the whole shit, the whole get down is different. You know, it doesn't have to take like 4 months, a year to
make a project,
to put a project together. Especially when there's chemistry involved, because it's sort of seamless, right?
Facts, yeah, absolutely. It's like 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Next thing you know, it's like 2 days later, you got like 10 joints.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your source of inspiration at the time? Was it just the atmosphere in Colombia, or did you let the beats just take you where they took you?
A little bit of both, right? Like whatever life is between that and the last project too. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't be dropping like a mixtape. You know, a lot of people do an album a week or whatever it is. Like I can't play that game because I need to live a little in between.
Gotta let it breathe.
Get my heart broken. Lose some homies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta live some
dumb
experiences.
Shit. Yeah, so a little bit of everything. You know, definitely the area was influencing me, and seeing family I haven't seen in 12 years. And then the beats, you know what I'm saying? Going through his catalog of just crazy shit.
Does he just let you, does he just say, okay, I want you to rock on this? Or does he give you a batch and you get to choose? How does that work?
We've done both things. We've done things where he'll send a pack, and then we've done things like over there, it's just playing them. It's like, damn, fire, 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 fire. I ain't want to see him like I'm like the yes man, but everything was like fire to me.
When everything's fire, it's hard to say no.
Yeah, it's hard, exactly.
That's one. And 2, you want to write to everything, even if you're not going to use it. Just because, you know, maybe it doesn't make this project, but it might make other projects and shit like that.
Right.
Sometimes it's good to overwork like that. But yeah, when they're giving you a folder of nothing but fire, it's hard to pump the brakes on anything. You just sort of keep going.
Be thanking God for moments like that, like this right here. Inshallah.
And then, like when you're in the, I mean, you know, I know you've worked with a bunch of cats. You know, you've worked with Evidence, Scares, a bunch of people. Like, is it still like nervous? You get some nerves going
every day.
In there with
nervous
Muggs?
right now, kicking it next to the legend. But that's like I thrive off that though. Like life is short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm on the ride. Like let's go, pushing $110.
Yeah, I mean it's it's a good nervous energy because it does fuel you. You know what I mean? And it's moments like that where you fucking end up doing some of your best shit.
It's life, like living life. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be like this than not having nothing to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, just bored.
Yeah.
Rather be anxious than bored.
So when you originally were going to Colombia, were you just going to visit family or did you have shows? Or both?
You know what? I could put a show together going down there, and I was probably going to put the show together, but it was really just like my treat for putting out the album with Skiz.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, I deserve it.
You can go celebrate in Colombia.
Right.
Not a bad place to celebrate, mind you.
Amen.
Got some, hey, it's, yeah. You've never been. It's
Hello.
one of those checklist places that you want to go. You know, like, and if you're a stoner and you think there's no fire out there, wrong.
Nope.
Fire.
Nope.
Just like Cali weed out here.
Yep.
You just got to know the people.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
You got to know the right people. Yep.
How do you feel about the project with Skiz? That was a great project. You know, the Wet Dirt joint.
I appreciate that.
You had
man.
some bangers on there. The Wet Dirt was my shit. The Pasteles joint. You know, how was how did do you like working with one producer on like individual projects? Because it seems like that's what's
right now, like as a young Padawan in the game who's only been around for like 2 weeks. To me, that's like the safest bet. Because I feel like there's a lot of pressure of having to take on the responsibility of putting a bunch of tracks together from different producers. I feel like that's like a whole nother beast that I know I can tackle. But if I don't have to do that yet, I don't want to.
Yeah, and I think that's the best way because, I mean, sometimes, like, you know, when people listen to albums, right? If you're going to put out albums, people listen to it as a whole and they listen to it for obviously banging songs and catchy shit, but also if it's cohesive, right? And when you got too many producers, sometimes it doesn't allow the cohesion. But when you use one producer, there's a sound and a cohesiveness.
It's a universe.
Yeah.
I like building universes with that person.
Yeah. Is that something that you're going to just continue to do throughout, or do you plan at some point to, you know, venture out and try using a bunch of different producers on a project?
I want to. I definitely want to do it, right? But like sometimes not all the time for me, I've been fortunate enough where the producers that I've worked on albums with, the business shit is like an afterthought.
Right.
So I know when you start doing that other thing, well, it's like, what I owe you for these tracks? What I owe you for these tracks? What do you need for this? So it's like, I'm down to do it, but somebody's going to pay for it.
Yeah, the business gets complicated.
Somebody got to pay, you know?
Yeah. Well, depending who's using it. Right? If
Right.
they're using it or if you're using it, somebody's going to have to pay something. That's the way it works.
Exactly. And I don't got to do that yet. You know, I'm fortunate enough to have a couple things in the stash. Like I said, I love building a universe and getting into Muggs' mind and getting into his world and being around the homies and, you know what I'm saying? I love that shit, doing that with everybody.
Are you and Muggs planning on doing any shows together?
Yeah, I would like to think so, hopefully. You know, I got my passport valid, baby, so I can take it with. I'm ready to go to Zurich.
I know he got his. Yeah, because, I mean, you know, people would want to see that.
For sure, I would love to do that. I mean, I would love to do that album front to back.
And do you got any plans to do? What's your plans to do after this particular joint?
I want to sit back and watch what happens for a couple of weeks, maybe, because I feel like it's huge for me. You know what I'm saying? We got mad videos, and it's just like no one's doing videos in Colombia, and no one's doing them like that. Not from here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
so you're targeting Colombia specifically.
I'm trying to do right by them. I'm targeting everybody.
Right.
But I'm doing me like, yo, this is what I'm from, and you know, I want them to look at it like, yeah, he did it right, because like I'm a Americano Colombiano, so we're different over there. They don't look at us like we from around there. It's
Right.
Like, they know we Colombian, but like,
hey, that's with any Latin culture.
You're still gringo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to do them justice and have them be like, all right, he did it right. He didn't get into none of the cliche shit or Pablo this or pa that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it respectfully. I'm doing it right for the people.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
And I think they do appreciate that because I'll tell you, you know, they respect hip hop on a whole other level down there. They're still kind of where like the 90s heads, you know, mentalities was about hip hop, you know. They like that raw shit, but it's got to be, you know, 100%.
Man, I walk down the street. They got a slogan, Hot 97 in New York for years, right? This is where hip hop lives. You walk down the street in Medellin, bullshit. That's where hip hop lives.
That's where hip hop really lives.
Straight up.
In places like that.
That's crazy. I never think.
Every corner, bro. They break dancing still on the fucking cardboard.
It's crazy.
I mean, listen, you know, in our get down here in the States, some would say it's behind, but it's really where it should be. It's not behind at all. It's just living. You know what I mean? That shit will never be out of style. You know what I mean? It's just that our media here, you know, likes to play shit out. And, you know, that's what happens. But fortunately, because of social networks and different platforms, you could see that shit still alive and thriving. And, you know, and they celebrate it in other countries like Colombia. That's the fucking great thing. You know, they don't, it's not like a passe thing. It's like something celebrated right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
I was telling you off air, like, he did a set, we was playing all of y'all shit. And they was fucking with me, and they know the lyrics to my songs. But when he started playing your shit, y'all shit, man, it was crazy. I thought somebody was gonna get hurt. Like, they're moshing, they're fucking going nuts.
It's nuts.
I wanted to ask you, is there like a, you know, since you got joint with Skiz, you got joint with Muggs, any other individual producers you've done a joint with, like a whole project?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta give a shout out to Big Ghost, the Spectre.
That's right.
That's really, I think, you know what I'm saying, what
the launch off.
A little bit, you know what I'm saying? My man Buck, that's my brother, and we came in the game doing stuff together, so I always reach back to him. But I think the album with Big Ghost kind of opened people's eyes that I could work outside of my comfort zone and do that kind of thing.
And is there a wish list? Like, you know, you've got these projects, 3. Is there like other producers that
Producer? Hell yeah, man.
I mean, do you got a joint with Evidence? I thought I heard through the pipeline that you was working on something. But...
Yep, absolutely. June 1st, anyone in California, come check us out. Me and Ev, Santa Ana. I don't know if tickets are still available, but if they are, don't sleep. But yeah, we're gonna get to work. I know me and Al got some joints in the stash, and we'll probably put something else together.
What about your wish list?
The wish list, man, shit. I mean, I gotta be grateful that most of the shit is like checked off, but I would love to do something with Madlib. On the East Coast tip, would love to do something with Premier. I just don't even know how feasible that is. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I don't know, Pharrell though, that's like the super like out of the fucking stratosphere. Like it's the unrealistic shit.
Hey, buddy, we're talking it into existence.
You know what? The unrealistic shit is the shit that you can actually make a reality though.
Facts.
At some point. You know what I mean? It just takes a matter of time and time.
Not deep, straight up. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the clothing line, because I really fuck with your clothing line, the Manteca. How's that going?
Thank you.
Who does your designs? Because the designs are crazy. Talk to the people a little bit about your clothing line.
I do most of that myself. You know, sometimes I'll commission an artist to do something for us. And you know, like if you think of it as a clothing line, like shit, I'm flattered and I'm honored. I never wanted it to be like, I didn't expect it to be taken that serious. To me, it was just like, yo, here's my merch, but I don't want to be corny and have crime apple on everything. So if people notice, I never put my name on any shirts. So it's like I wanted to make some fly shit. Like I almost went to the Fashion Institute of Technology when I was younger. Like I wanted to design. But I wanted to make merch that you could fuck with, even if you wasn't really rocking with the music too tough, and vice versa. So you don't have to like the clothes, but you could bump my shit. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is.
Choices.
You got options.
Exactly. Word up. You, how long are you here in Cali for?
I just extended my stay. I'm gonna be out here till Monday.
You know, you've been digging the Cali flavors out here. Do you smoke?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you chiefing on while you're out here?
You know what, man? I'm gonna say, and I don't want to sound like uneducated about shit, right? But like the way I kind of grew up, my relationship with weed is kind of just like, in my youth, we used to go to Dykeman, big from the Piff era. Right? But I never got too crazy. I just know like the shit is either haraka or the shit is gas now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like OGs. What do I got at home in my nightstand right now? I got a little, I don't know, some monkey grease or some purple punch.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it's mixed in the same bag. Like
the flavors and shit. But
yeah.
The OGs are usually what motherfuckers gravitate to, that crazy gas.
I haven't even been smoking that much on this trip.
Not
I'm
yet.
taking it kind of light. We're taking it light, trying to be focused with.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're putting out songs at the rate that you're talking about, sometimes smoking that heavy shit isn't conducive to that style of output.
Yeah, and I always put work first. You know what I'm saying? Like even like if I'm recording, very seldomly will I smoke before doing vocals. before I, you know what I'm saying? I want to have cotton mouth draw. But once the shit's done and I'm listening to it, light it up.
Do you feel when you smoke it affects the tone of your vocals?
A tiny bit. And I don't know if it's in a bad way or a good way, but like I'd much rather be high when I'm doing the writing.
Right. And sober when you spit it on the mic.
Well, I want a little sauce in the liver when I spit it.
Right.
That's when I'll take a little drink.
All right.
I drank.
Mix it up a little bit.
That's the balance right there.
That's not a bad combo, you know what I'm saying? We're all guilty of that one. Word up. Hey, man, I want to thank you for taking the time.
Nah, man, thank you.
You know, jump into
Kidding
the
me?
Dr. Greenthumb Show.
Kidding me?
You got any shows coming up anytime soon?
The show right now is just June 1st. Me and Evidence, Santa Ana. The tickets are in our bios. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're still available because I know it's an intimate setting. But if it is available, cop that. That day, that Saturday, I'm going to be at 4B, apartment 4B. Got a special collab with them. You know I don't do collabs like that often on the merch. So, got to get it.
That's what's up, man.
And I think we're going to get into one of your joints before we head out. What do we got, C-? We're going to get into that wet dirt.
Wet dirt.
Hey, man.
Shout to DJ Skiz.
Shout to Skiz.
It's BREALTV. Right now. Turn that shit up.
Thank you for watching the Dr. Greenthumb Show. It's been a fucking blast, man. You know, we got another one coming next week. Make sure you check out that Ricky Williams smoke box that's coming. And you guys got any shout-outs before we go?
Shout out to Ricky Williams for jumping in the smoke box like a champion.
Word.
Yep. Shout out to all you motherfuckers that have been buying out the High and Hungry merch every single week. FlavorsByEzone.com. It's limited, so you guys literally have a dope collection from me. And watch the new High and Hungry episodes for 2020. We got a lot in the works.
What about it, C?
Yeah, thanks everyone for checking out the In High Fidelity. Another episode coming next week. And yeah, thanks everyone, 2020.
That's going to do it for us. Check us out Monday on YouTube and Facebook, 1 p.m. for the Dr. Greenthumb podcast. We are out of here.